Since Trump's been elected, I have survived the Depression. I have lived in a world where racists are running in the streets outside. The crumbs of the tax cuts have kept me alive and my family alive. But John Brennan losing his security clearance, I think this may be it. We're not going to be able to survive this one. Probably should play the intro now. So as you could probably tell, I'm really not taking this topic serious. To be honest, it's been painful. I mean, Omarosa is off of all the websites. I mean, you can't even find a story about her on the front page. You got to start scrolling way down on these websites. It's all been Steve Brennan and the loss of his First Amendment right because he lost his security clearance. And the guy who took down Osama bin Laden said, if you're going to take his, take mine. Why do any of us care about this? I mean, 24-hour news cycle. You'd think you'd be able to find something that mattered. You didn't violate his First Amendment right because he's out talking right now. You act like he spied on the man and, started an investigation on him. Or, threw him in jail. But no, he's on CNN and people in airports and doctors' offices around the world have been staring at him all day long. And that's enough to just make me want to cry, to be honest. But yeah, we get nothing. None of this matters. But here we are. It's a loss of the First Amendment. This is a political attack. There's a war on, and there's a political enemies list. The man has literally been out there calling Trump a traitor since day one, saying that there's collusion and just wait for it. And, people are making the argument, well, he's selling access to his security clearance and his knowledge to CNN, or, he wasn't that good of a CIA agent anyway, or why was he really an intelligent? And you're hearing all these arguments, and from all anybody can find, the whole reason that the security clearance, he still has it as a tradition. Now, here's my question. If you don't work for the government anymore, why are you still getting classified updates? We have enough of a problem with information getting out there from people who are supposed to have it and computer systems holding it. Why are we giving security clearances to people who aren't even in the government anymore? So that maybe one day, in case of a horrible disaster, that they will know what's happening and can step in an advisory world. I'm sorry, if we get that desperate that we got to go outside the administration for advice, I'm sure they can be read in on the program on the way in. It's not like they're going to classify that information from a person that they call in special from the outside. Maybe make the security clearance dormant, or they got to read. But they should not be getting classified upgrades if you have no purpose in the government anymore. You don't even work there. It's a courtesy. And then you get to go out on CNN and the news and tell everybody what you know. This is absolutely ridiculous. He shouldn't have one in the first place. None of these people should. Sorry, you retire from the military, you retire from government service, you're done. No more security clearance where we're just handing you information. If there's not a reason for you to have the information, why are we giving the information out? That's the real question. So to me, I'm watching all this and none of this matters. And I knew I was going to make this video late tonight, and I've been waiting all day for something to happen, and it's just been Brennan all day. So essentially, it was an absolutely wasted day as far as the news goes. We got so many other things happening, and all we really get is Trump's parade, the Manafort trial, whether he's going to be found guilty or not. But, honestly, as much as conservatives and liberals are going back and forth on what this means to Mueller, whether it completely discredits him or not, the fact of the matter is right now it's down to 12 people who may or may not like Trump, may or may not even care about politics, to decide a case that happened 12 years ago. Honestly, I don't think it's going to reflect on Mueller. It's not really going to change anything except the media narrative. So essentially, it was a completely wasted day in the news. And one interesting story I did read today, that the U.S. or the Trump administration has not allocated $3 billion that was supposed to go to the West Bank, Gaza, and Syria and maybe returning that $3 billion to the Treasury. But Congress is saying that they're going to try to take action to force him to send the $3 billion to people that either our allies are fighting or we're fighting. So here's Congress not working for us again. But it looks like that they're not really going to be able to fit that in if they want to get Kavanaugh on the Supreme Court. So it looks like Trump's going to save us $3 billion there. And that's going to be $3 billion less in the hands of our people who honestly want to kill us. I don't know why this is even controversial at this point. And I guess the only other thing that I found even interesting is another good story that since the end of net neutrality, U.S. internet speeds have gone from 12th up to 6th in the world rankings. And it's one of the fastest growing, and it all happened after the government got out of it. So thank you, Trump, for lowering regulations there. So short video tonight. Enjoy your weekend. I think I'm going to have a book review maybe for you guys on Monday or Tuesday early next week. I'm going to go buy Greg Jared's book. I'm going to go through it and possibly give you a book review on that on Saturday or on Monday. So go ahead and have a good weekend. Like and share this page. And I'll see you guys next week.